Hello students, welcome to this class. In this class I will discuss angular velocity and relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. You may not be knowing that angular velocity is a vector quantity. So in this class I will derive a vector relationship between linear velocity and angular velocity. First is the definition of angular velocity. Angular velocity is the angle turned by time taken, just like linear velocity is displacement by time. Just like linear velocity is displacement by time, angular velocity is angle turned by time taken. Delta theta by delta t. To understand this, let us consider a particle which is moving along this path. Suppose at the time t, this is the position vector of the particle from some origin, and after a time delta t, this is the position of the particle, and its position vector is given by r at the time t plus delta t. So angle turned by position vector during time delta t is delta theta. So that delta theta by delta t is defined as the omega or angular velocity. Of course, in the limit delta t tending to 0. So in that limit, the quantity becomes a derivative of theta with respect to t. This angular velocity is actually a vector. This is the direction of the angular velocity. It is perpendicular to the plane of rotation. This is the plane of rotation, and it is perpendicular and given by the right-handed screw rule. You have to rotate a right-handed screw in this direction and obtain the proper direction of the omega or angular velocity. Now let us see what is the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. For that we consider a particle rotating in a circle of radius r, and suppose during a time delta t, delta s is the displacement of the particle. So delta s by delta t will be the velocity of the particle, of course in the limit delta t tending to 0. Now we multiply and divide the equation by r, then you will get this equation, and delta s by r is arc divided by radius, and that will be equal to this delta theta, and delta theta by delta t in the limit delta t tending to 0 is the d theta by dt angular velocity. So v equal to r omega. That is the scalar relationship between velocity and angular velocity. Now we come to vector relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. For that we consider a particle rotating in a circle, and this is the axis of the circle. That is the rotation axis. And let us consider some origin on the rotation axis. This is the origin, and suppose a particle is here and the position vector of the particle is r, and in this right angle triangle this is opposite side, so this is r sin theta. So particle is rotating in a circle of radius r sin theta. Now the scalar relation between linear velocity and angular velocity omega is v is equal to r omega, but instead of r we have to write r sin theta, because r sin theta is the radius of the circle in which a particle is rotating. So that may be written as omega into r sin theta. So this is a scalar relation, but we know what is the direction of omega. This is the direction of omega, and this is the direction of v. So if you take this equation, v is equal to omega cross r, then you will get the proper direction of v and omega. Now here the velocity of the particle is into the plane of the paper, that is the velocity, and if you take omega cross r, we have to rotate a right-handed screw from the direction of omega to r, so the screw will move in the direction of v. So this is this equation is vectorially correct in respect of directions of v and omega and r, and magnitude wise also that is correct. If you take magnitude of v, then this is magnitude of cross product, which is equal to magnitude of omega into magnitude of r into sin theta. So we are getting the same equation here. Therefore, this one is the vector relationship between linear velocity and angular velocity.